Portillo's is known across the country for its savory hot dogs and crispy French fries.
Oh, stop it. The hot dogs in Chicago, nothing beats it. We all know that, yeah? Everyone who's been to the Windy City loves the hot dog.
Most Chicagoans know that Portillo's best-kept secret is its cake shake.
It's a shake, and it's Portillo's chocolate cake at once. It's amazing.
I didn't know that. Yum, imagine a cake with all that ice cream. Oh.
It's an evil idea. I don't know who came up with it.
The Portillo's location here in Summit, Illinois is known as the chain's sweetest subway.
In this location, depending on the day, we're going to go through anywhere from 60 to 200 of these a day, probably.
What a place to work. Chocolate cake, blended in a machine with some ice cream and a hot dog. Yum.
100 cakes on a Saturday morning.
That's Kara Crones. She's been with Portillo's for 9 years and has been making the cakes and cake shakes ever since she started working here. Cake mix starts with its dry ingredients: baking cocoa flour, baking powder, and baking soda.
That's what makes it. Look at that. Look at the egg, the flour. Portillo's here can easily go to what's a more modern way of making cakes, and that is you use a pre-mixed blend. It's already got dried eggs in there. Everything is dried, but what makes them so special is they stuck to tradition.
There's always been this rumor that Portillo's cake has mayo in it to make it so moist.
What makes it so moist? It's freshly made. You can't beat that.
Can you dispel those rumors if it isn't true?
I can't tell you what the secret ingredient is.
Okay.
Someone might kill me. No, I'm just kidding.
The real secret is in the mixing.
The secret ingredient is just called love and sticking to what they believe in. That's a secret ingredient. You can't beat that.
So when the cakes come out of the oven, we've got to pop them out of the pan so they can finish their cooling so they don't overcook in there. So we're going to just give it a good hearty tap on the side, and then we're going to flip it into our hand. And then we're going to take it and we're going to put it on this cooling rack here. And then we can frost it because we don't want melty frosting.
The frosting that goes on a Portillo's chocolate cake is not homemade and is in fact just your traditional classic fudge frosting.
I'm not into sweets, but this is
This is
good.
very good. All along that I've been going to Portillo's, I usually get a piece of chocolate cake.
So you have to eat beef
Yeah.
and beer and cake.
They sell two products, right? They're selling their hot dogs, which they specialize in, and that cake or that cake shake. And what a smart idea to, and this is called multi-using your product. So what they're doing is not only they sell it as a cake, the same product they're baking, which you become famous for, let's put it in a shake.
They started putting pieces of cake into a cake shake, and they started selling it, and it's been a success ever since. We're going to grab our cup. We're going to give it a tiny little bit of shake mix in the bottom.
And what is that shake mix?
Vanilla ice cream, pretty much. We're going to take our whole piece of cake,
The entire piece?
an entire piece of cake.
That's amazing.
We're going to put it all in this cup with this little bit of vanilla ice cream.
Okay.
Who wants a shake? I do. Maybe I'm just feeling very, very hungry, but that looks delicious. That looks off chops.
So the whole thing is going to go in. We're going to make sure they get all their delicious frosting. Then we're going to even add some of our chocolate syrup in there. So it's chocolate on chocolate. A little bit on the bottom so the cake doesn't get stuck in the bottom, and then you just get big chunks. And then a little bit more, and then we're going to mix. It's going to break up some of the chunks of that piece of cake that's in there, so you can actually drink it through a straw or with your spoon on the side. You want to be able to have somebody drink this in their car when they're leaving the drive-thru. You want a little bit of thick chunks in there just for a bite, but not a lot. And voila, chocolate cake shake.
They do the icing on the cake. If you remember what the manager said, it's just to eye. There's nothing that's sort of 100% like measured or specific. It's all you could see. The manager adding ice cream or adding the cream from the Taylor machine as she felt it needed it. But that's what makes that brand what it is.
The best thing that complements the cake shake at Portillo's are the fries. You literally dip the fries in your cake shake and you take a bite and you get the perfect combination of sweet and savory.
Have we all done that? Have we all dipped our chips into a bit of ice cream with a bit of chocolate? Nothing like it. If you haven't done it, you haven't lived. I can't wait to get to Chicago to the Windy City again and get into the Portillo place and just have some of that cake and or maybe a shake. Till next time, see you guys.